Melon Night Sports in the building. You already know what it is, man. Slight hiatus, but we are back. Of course, you already know what it is. Like we never left. We are here to talk boxing. We're here to talk MMA with my co-host Micah. You already know. A lot of things have happened since we went live, even though it was only about 2 weeks ago. But a lot of things have kind of transpired. Let me ask you the quick question: did you see David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade?
I watched most of it, but I was in and out of sleep. So I
Yeah.
saw most of it.
Okay. Well, we'll tackle that a bit later. But
It was
did
too
you were
late.
you able to catch? Were you able to catch Shakur? Shakur's last
No,
fight?
bro, I forgot that you
No.
said that.
Oh man, bro, you gotta watch that one, bro. Oh man, you gotta watch that one. Yeah, you gotta watch that one, bro. It was a
Okay.
lackluster, very lackluster performance.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah. I
Did you
remember
watch
you.
it?
I didn't watch
Oh,
it, but I just remember you said that. I remember we talked about it. Yeah.
yeah, no, it was just a boring fight, man. It was just a boring fight all in all, man. Like it was very disappointing. I mean, I stayed up and I was having a very hard time to stay awake. Only reason why I stayed watching it for the full 12 rounds is because Edwin can crack, and I was wondering if he was gonna get lucky, but he never did. I think he did hurt Shakur Stevenson to the body a couple times, maybe once or twice. But Shakur is just too defensively sound, and he was able to get out of the way. But he didn't make him pay at all. He didn't
Hmm.
make him pay at all. I mean, he had a little bit of offense, but at all. You know what I'm saying? It was just boring, man. It was very disappointing because you see this guy, right? And Edwin Del Santos is a power puncher. He can hit hard. But you look at Floyd, right? At 36, he takes on Canelo. Canelo at the time had 40 plus fights. Lots of knockouts, beat Austin Trout, beat at the time, I think he had beaten Lara. Um he'd beaten Cotto. He'd beaten um mostly be at that time. Couple big, more than couple big names, and he was known as a power puncher, right? He could hit hard, and Floyd went in there and stood in front of him, stepped to him toe to toe. Now
Hmm.
let's break that down, right? Because people and listen, Floyd is not the best person in the world, right? But his boxing skill is undeniable. I literally saw a post today, right? Have you seen the fight between Floyd and Canelo? Have you seen it fully?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I literally saw people posting on the like a video or yeah, a video of it, right? And people are calling Floyd a runner in the comments. I'm like, what the bro? Listen, people just don't like Floyd, and it is what it is, right? I mean,
You
I've come
watched
to
the fight,
accept
bro,
it.
because
Yeah,
he hit Canelo.
bro, he hit Canelo. I mean, he punished Canelo. He gave Canelo a boxing clinic. He all 12 rounds, right? I don't even think you can give Canelo a single round in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one, but I mean, I don't think me personally, I didn't give him a round. Um, but you look at Shakur against the power puncher, not the same thing at all. I mean, he was running, and I don't like you saying running. I really don't like to say running because running is a term they specifically say on black people for being technically sound and defensively responsible. So I really disliked using the term running or a runner, but Shakur ran. Shakur ran that fight. It was bad. It was bad. I mean, I wouldn't. I'm glad I didn't watch the fight. I would never pay for that fight. You go fast forward to a fighter like Devin Haney. Devin Haney will step to you. He gonna step to you. He might get clipped. He's gotten clipped before. He gonna step to you and he gonna stay up. You know what I'm saying? So I much rather like don't get me wrong. Shakur is a hell of a fighter, man. He's a hell of a fighter. He is crazy defensive. I think he is offensively great too when he's not scared. But he was scared that fight, and I think what he did was he felt that power, and he said, "No, I'm not taking no chances." And he just did not engage. He didn't. It was unfortunate, man. He's gonna have to recover from this fight because his stock has gone all the way down. Um, He had celebrities saying that they wouldn't pay for that fight again. Just bad, all bad, pretty much, all bad, pretty much.
It was boring.
It was boring, man. It was boring. It was a boring fight. I mean, there's nothing else we can really say about it. Yeah, he wasn't able to get hit, cool, but you weren't you weren't hitting him either.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what's the point? You gotta make him miss, make him pay, make him miss, make him pay.
Now,
Right?
this guy
That's
that
what
he was fighting, was he, a power puncher?
he was a power puncher, and I will, in defense of Shakur, the guy wasn't cutting up the ring well enough at all. I mean, he didn't have the skill. He didn't have the ring IQ. He had the athleticism, but he didn't have the skill, and mainly it was athleticism and the ring IQ. He didn't have a good feet. He was literally okay. So I don't know how they teach you in MMA, but you can't chase someone. You're not supposed to chase
Mm-hmm.
someone. Four corners, each part of the ring, you need to box them in essentially, and there's a way to do it. My coach taught me how to do it. You basically need to divide the ring. Obviously, it's four corners, but divide them in quadrants, right? As soon as they come in, right, like they come to you, you need to pivot to where their back is to like a corner. Essentially, you need to try to keep them in a certain corner ish, so they don't have anywhere to move. That's what you do to a mover. That's what the guys always try to do to me, right? Anyone that's trying to use their feet, use their boxing ability, they would try to catch you in the corner, right? And basically, that's he wasn't doing that at all. He wasn't doing that at all. He was following. He was following Shakur. That's the number one thing you don't want to do is follow a boxer. If you follow him, you're gonna get cracked all night. Unless you're Shakur,
Mm-hmm.
because Shakur didn't actually crack him. He just, unfortunately. But yeah, you got to watch that fight, man. Definitely watch that fight.
Mm-hmm.
We'll definitely talk about it more.
Yeah. So, I mean, in MMA, really, what you look at is like the inner octagon. I mean, I don't know what a lot of people call it, but like if you ever watch the UFC, you'll see that they have like an octagon painted. Like they have an octagon painted in the middle of the octagon.
Okay, I think
And
I've seen
so,
that.
yeah, and so like if you're outside of that with your back to the cage, then the guy who is, the guy, that means that the other dude is controlling the center of the octagon. That's basically what
Okay,
you want to. That's what you want to do. Is you want to.
you want to be in the center.
Yeah, you want to control the center, not necessarily be in the center, but you want to control the center of the octagon. That's the center of the octagon with that octagon that they have painted.
Inner, the
Yeah,
inner octagon.
yeah. So that's like what you want to control. So
Okay,
like if a guy is like outside of that and with his back to like not necessarily his back on the cage, but he has his back to the
right.
cage,
I see what you're saying.
then you wanna like you wanna almost like kind of like move around that and um I don't need not necessarily follow him, but like not chase him down, but you are cutting off the
Cutting off.
angle.
Yeah,
You're cutting off. You wanna, and guys who are good, they could just like, escape from that. Um, by cutting an angle but you want to be able to be good enough to cut that off. You want to not give them the room to
exactly.
escape.
Exactly. That's the thing about it, like, right? Like, if you're following a fighter, bro, think about trying to chase someone like on the street. They have
Mhm.
endless amounts. If you're not as quick as them, they have endless amounts for you to for them to get away from you, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, you're in a ring, you're in an octagon. It's a bit different, but essentially, they have the most space. You are chasing him. They have the most space to keep continuously move around. If you don't cut off the ring, if you don't cut off the octagon, if you don't continually try to trap them in a place where they can't move any way they want, then you got them. But if they have any up, if they can be in any position they want, essentially, not obviously every position, but if they can be in a lot of positions that they want, they're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm telling you, guys that used to chase me, it would be a wrap. I faced one of the pro guys I told you about. He knew how to pick off the ring really well, and I could tell immediately. I'm like, okay, I'm not able to move as freely as usual, right? And I had to step to him type of thing, right?
Mhm.
Um, So it's very effective, and he just didn't know how to do that. He wasn't doing that. Um, so that's one thing I will say. I'm not going to put all the blame on Shakur, because I'm a firm believer that if a fight's boring, it's on both of them. Because yeah, the one guy could be swinging and missing, but how are you going to adapt so that you can actually land? It has to be on. It can't just be on one person, right? It can't be just on one person. I believe that.
Yeah.
Um, so but he's got to do better, man. He's got to step it up. He's got to believe in himself. Devin Haney, we've seen him get clipped, so he strongly believes he has a chin. How much you got hit with something and you're like, okay, I could take a hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when if like okay, I'll tell you this. Like my first time I ever got punched in the well, okay, no, I won't say the first time. My first time as an adolescent getting punched in the face, I was like, damn, I could take a hit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, shit, and that wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that really wasn't that bad. Like I think my friend, me and him were like play fighting or whatever. Like I say play fighting. We were like literally like in high school, right? So we're obviously throwing punches, but like we're not landing. And this
Mhm.
dude, we always used to do it, but this dude would never. He had an issue with his depth perception. He was an awful, like he's just terrible at that. And so he'd actually
Yeah.
punch
So
me in
he
the
doesn't know
face.
his range.
He doesn't know his range, right? So he'd actually punch me in the face, and this time he punched me in the face one, all right, and I immediately punched him again onto the face too as well. Like I immediately came back at him, but like I got punched. It was flush. I'm like, yeah, and I took it. That's one of the first times I remember taking a solid punch to the face. I'm like, okay, shit, I got a, I got a chin. You know what I'm saying? And then in boxing, boxing, MMA, whatever, combat sports, you got to take hits. You got to get in. You got to get hit to take a hit sometime, to get a hit as well. You know what I'm saying, right? Um,
Hmm.
and when it happens, I saw this in Never Back Down, and I'm sure if you know that movie, you know that movie. That movie is one of
Yeah.
the greatest new era fight movies of our generation. Me and Mike's generation. You know what I'm saying? We're in our young 20s. That is one of the best movies, combat movies. You know what I'm saying? Truly.
Hmm.
If you haven't seen that movie, you need to go watch it, rent it, whatever. Watch that movie because you can learn something. But what he said
Hmm.
was the guy said in the movie said you can usually tell how someone's gonna or how someone's gonna react in the fight, right? So someone gets punched in the face. The two options is to get the hell back or get the hell in there, right? So you know what I'm saying? Like it all depends on your philosophy of fighting. But that Shakur Stevenson, I don't think he believes that he could take a hit, or he doesn't think he could take it from that guy because he felt the power, right? And I'm not gonna blame him completely. Again, if I was fighting that dude, okay, if if the way Shakur fought him, right, in the output he put, say it's like a zero, right? No, say it's like a four. No, say it's like a three. If I were to fight him, I probably would have made it a six. I would have took crazy chances, but I definitely would have took chances, and I would have engaged. I would have been hitting him all night because he was just chasing him. And I don't care how much power you have, you gotta have gotta have some skill. You gotta have some ring IQ, or else you're never gonna touch me. You know what I'm saying? You're not. You might hit me you might get me once or twice, but I'm gonna eat them, and I'm gonna come right back, and I'm gonna make you look stupid. You know what I'm saying? So he just didn't have enough output. He didn't have enough output. Uh and but I just think he needs to trust himself more. Um and take more risks, man. Take more risks and he'll be okay. But I don't think I'm tuning in. Unless he fights someone really good, I'm not tuning into his fight again. Honestly. Honestly, I'm not. I'm
Shakur?
done. I'm not going to tune unless he fights someone that's like actually good, like Devin or Tank or Tiafimo or even Ryan or anyone who has a name. I'll watch. But if he's not fighting anyone that has a name, I'm not going to watch it. But it was boring. It was a boring fight, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Did you,
I
did
want to
you
see him.
watch him fight Ryan?
I would watch him fight Ryan. Yeah, I think he'd outbox Ryan all night. But I'd watch Ryan for sure. I'd watch it because Ryan still has that puncher's chance, which is pretty much the only reason why I watched that one Edwin Del Santo fight in the first place because he had a puncher's chance. But like Man, I mean, you listen when we're done or whenever you have chance, watch 5 rounds of it. That's all you need to see. That's all
Edwin
you need to
Del
see in 5 rounds.
Santos.
Yeah, Edwin Dos Santos. It's on ESPN. It's
Okay,
on ESPN. Yeah, it's on
bet bet.
ESPN Plus. Yeah, it was a free fight. It was a free fight. So, but yeah,
Him versus who? Versus Ryan?
who?
Edwin De Los Santos versus
Oh,
Ryan?
no. I'm talking about
Or
watch Shakur versus Edwin Dos
okay,
Santos.
okay, Shakur. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Um,
I'll do
you
that then.
know,
Add it
yeah,
to the list.
just watch 5 rounds of it, and you got to, and that's all you'll need to see. Like, like the video if you're watching. Smash the like button. You already know what it is, guys. Mel Night Sports, the Red Corner Podcast. We're here talking about boxing. We're talking about MMA. Let us know in the comments if you want to talk. If you want to talk some shit, we are presenting the link. You already know what it is, guys. Come and chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it in for you guys.
Yes, sir.
If you guys want to join again, hit that link, and we are down to talk. Um, Now, what did you think about the Benavidez fight?
Okay, dude, I thought the fight wasn't ugly, but it wasn't ugly, but it wasn't technical. You know, it was like yes, excuse me. Yes, there was a lot of big shots landed, but there were times when it was pretty ugly. Just didn't look like
Benavidez, you're talking about, right?
I mean, I'm talking about both. I'm talking about just the fight in general, like both fighters. Like it just looked there was times where it just looked like okay, like they're kind of winging shots. One thing I will say about Benavidez is one thing I do not like is his balance. You know, his head movement is really good, but I saw him get hit quite a bit by Andrade, and I saw him like go off balance, like have to like regain his footing. Not and he didn't even necessarily get hit hard.
Yep.
Um,
Great observation. Great
yeah, and
observation.
that's kind of what I saw. But he doesn't, and he does kind of. I feel like have a problem. You know, we say a lot about like these like Mexican style fighters. They can't really go backwards because like when he was getting pushed back, that's when he would stumble essentially. And just
Right.
like he just loses balance. And I feel like if you do that against Canelo, uh, he's probably he could get knocked out, bro.
And that's honestly probably one of the realest breakdowns I've heard. Because you're right. Though that fight is a close fight. I want to say Benavidez, but everything you just said is the reason why he could easily lose. So
Yeah.
it's like smart money. I'd probably go Canelo.
I
Smart,
don't I
smart,
don't I
smart
don't see
money.
Canelo do that. Yeah, like, I don't see Canelo lose his balance really
Yeah.
hardly
E-
ever.
even going backwards.
Yeah.
Even going backwards, he has his balance. You know, even going backwards, he has his balance. He has great head movement. Again,
Mhm.
and I've said this in my on not all our episodes, but whenever we talk about Canelo, his main hindrance is his slow feet,
Yeah.
not bad feet. They're just slow. That's it.
Mhm.
They're educated, but they're slow. And when
Mhm.
he fights dudes that are quicker on their feet than him, it really shows. But Benavidez is not quick on his feet. I don't think he has as nearly as educated feet as Canelo.
Honestly, bro, like I mean, the way that I saw him fighting was like his stance was a lot kind of reminded me a lot of like Ryan stands very tall.
Yo, bro, you're right, bro. Yeah, I know. I didn't even think about that. You're right.
He stands
And
very tall. That's why his
yeah,
balance is not very good
right,
because
and
he has to get low.
right, and I think it's obviously due to his size, right? He's
Mhm.
lanky, right? You know those lanky. It's like almost like a Tyson Fury effect. Like Tyson Fury stands straight up. Well, I
Mhm.
guess he does kind of bend down a little bit, but like he stands very tall, right? and he kind of he slips punches and stuff like that. But he has better balance than Benavidez. Um, but you are 100% correct because when I gave Andrade the first 3 rounds, Andrade did a great job, but I had as soon as I saw round 4, I'm like, this is not gonna go because I
Hmm.
saw him fade very quickly. I saw him
Yeah, yeah,
fade.
that's really what happened. That's
He
really what
faded. He
happened.
got tired, and it was rapid. And Benavidez was able to, you know, Andrade is a smaller guy. Andrade started at 154, became a champion. Went to 160, became a champion, and this was his second fight at 168. And Benavidez is he's a 174 pounder. He's a light heavyweight fighter,
Yeah.
right? But he cuts down to 168. So he was able to take the punches. He was able to take the hits, and but can we say that he's going to be able to take the hits from Canelo? I don't know. I don't know. And usually when I don't know from Canelo, I mean 9 times out of 10, Canelo's lost. Or sorry, Canelo's won. If you know what I'm saying, it's like man,
Mhm.
then Billy Joe Saunders goes in, boxes him beautifully for 8 rounds, gets caught,
Bro,
and breaks it, and he breaks his eye bone.
bro, he punches so hard, bro.
He hits like a train, bro.
He hits so freaking
He hits,
hard.
and it's crazy because he's our size.
He's yeah, I mean he's thicker though. Like
He's
he's
thick.
very
He's thick.
muscular.
I mean, when I say size, I mean our
Yeah, I
height
mean like I know
dimensions.
what you mean. I
Yeah,
know what you mean. But
right.
the I
It's
met a guy like that the other day, bro. I trained with him. He was this wrestler, bro. But just fucking bro, just a
just
big dude, bro.
just a big dude. Just I hate
Like arms,
pause, but
everything.
he's thick. Just a thick dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Pause.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say
Hmm.
that. But just like arms and everything, arms length, just like back, shoulders, like the torso, everything was just like it was just thicker, bro. Like he's
Just
just a
thick.
wider
Uh,
dude,
yeah,
you know?
Volkanovski type.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
Volkanovski type. Them guys is tanks, man. And now Benavidez can hit too, though. We can't say he can't hit. He can
Mhm.
hit too. He can hit too, but I'm telling you, man, and this is why I thought Andrade was actually going to win. My prediction, I made it a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Um, Andrade, or sorry, Benavidez does not have good defense.
Yeah, no,
His,
he
his
doesn't.
offense is his defense, and the first 3 rounds, Andrade was getting the best of him because he was quicker, he was more slick, he was able to dodge Benavidez's punches, but he was also able to land an onslaught on Benavidez because of his lack of defense, and he was able to push him back. And you saw as soon as he was pushing him back, what I'm saying. He's losing, but he's not completely looking. You know what I'm saying? He's walking backwards and he's kind of stumbling all over his feet. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? And it but he has issues. But I will say I think he's the real deal. I will say that I think he's the real deal. I think he's a serious threat to Canelo. Um, whether he beats him, I don't know. But I will say if Canelo beats him, that's a bad man right there, man. That's a bad man right there.
Canelo. Oh, if you
Canelo,
said
if
if
Canelo
Canelo
beats Benavidez, yes, okay. That's a bad man right
bro,
there.
I already think that. I already think that about Canelo.
I do,
Like,
but my thing is, he hasn't fought the best people at 168. So this is one of the best people at 168. And shoot, he took him down. If he takes him down, that's crazy. And not even to say that it's not super duper likely, but hey, look, we just like we want to see Izzy, just like we did see Izzy clean out the division. That's what we want to see with Canelo. We want to see you clean out the engine. Or so here I said. Hear what I said?
this man's got car on his mic on his mind, bro.
I said we try to clean up the engine. You feel me? Oh my gosh! But Benavidez, man, I think he's the real deal. Though I like him. I do like him as a fighter. I do think he obviously needs to polish, a lot of things. But I think once he does, he'll. I mean, he's already a monster. To be honest with you, the main thing is most of the people can't really take the power and the pressure, right? And
Yeah.
like we always say, man, no one cares about what you did in the first rounds when you was. They only care about if you got knocked out. and
Hmm.
he made Andrade quit. He made
Yeah.
Andrade quit.
You want to know something? I literally just watched the fight as we were talking.
Just now?
I was
Really?
watching it. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh my God! You
Yeah.
watching it right now? That's why you
I
had the
mean,
good.
it's done now. I just
That's why.
finished.
That's why you had the good breakdown because you were
Yeah.
just watching it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I had it fresh. It was fresh.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah,
funny.
but
Uh,
dude,
uh.
he Canelo, man. I mean, yeah, well, my thing is, man, I feel like if Benavidez fights Canelo, Benavidez could go down as early. He could get dropped as early as the fourth or fifth round. That's
Honestly,
how that's what I think.
the more you're saying that, bro, the more I'm trying to. I'm starting to actually see that happening. Um,
Because
man.
I'm just looking at the things that just happened in this fight, and I'm like, oh, Canelo would capitalize there. Canelo would capitalize there.
Oh man,
He's
damn.
not gonna be doing it. He's
I'm not
not
as
going
excited for the fight anymore. I
no.
actually agree with you now. I mean, I did like if you, I did agree. I agreed with like I would say the same thing, before I even saw the fight as well. Um, but we really saw it in this fight. Those first
Because
three rounds.
the
Go
thing is
ahead.
with Canelo, bro, is Canelo's just not sloppy. Like there's no sloppiness
Yeah,
about him.
yeah.
Benavidez is
Unless he's getting dominated,
yeah.
which with Bivol it did happen. He saw some sloppiness, but for the most part, 99.9 of the time, yes, I agree. Go ahead though.
Yeah, no, and Benavidez is sloppy. I think that's what I wanted to say. It wasn't ugly necessarily, but it just looked at times it looked very sloppy, you know? And so
Yeah,
like his defense was sloppy,
yeah.
and Canelo's going to capitalize on that. And
Yep,
we
let's
know
go.
how
Yeah,
hard this man hits. He
yeah.
broke bro, the X-ray from that man. Did you saw the X-ray, right? You saw
I
Billy
don't.
Joe's X-ray?
I don't know if I saw it. Let me try to
Bro,
find it here.
I can put it up on the screen.
Yeah, go ahead, put it up.
Yeah, pull up.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, pull it up. Pull it up. Like the video again. Like, smash the like button. Smash the like button. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button. You already know.
All right, it's right here. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, it's gonna
Starting to
show you
lag, bro.
exactly what. Oh really?
Starting to lag. I
Oh,
mean, a little bit.
it's hold on, let me see.
Okay, no. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, it's probably just because I'm on the what's it called? On the other on the other tab.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. It'd be doing that sometimes. Um so yeah, I see this one right here, but like honestly, you kind of have to be a doctor to so I'm gonna pull this one up.
Oh shit, eh?
No, I'm gonna pull this one out. This shows exactly where his face was broken and what they had to do to it. So it's really just his cheekbone. Hold on.
Orbital, right? The orbital bone.
You're right here. It was right here, yeah. So hold
Let's
on.
share your screen. Share your screen so I can
Yeah,
share it
I'm
on
gonna, I'm
here.
gonna share it. I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share it. The fuck? Share my entire screen. Bro, I don't know why it does this. Window. Oh, it's alright. Alright, alright, alright. You see it?
Well, yeah. Oh, that's what they actually had to do?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, bro. They had to give him so this part right here, that's like his orbital floor. So like this is like a titanium. I know this because I know someone who has this. I know someone
Titanium
who
floor?
it's a titanium mesh, basically.
So what, they had to take out his eye?
I mean, I don't know exactly what the process is,
The
but
hell?
I just know that they had to basically give him a new orbital floor, for his eye to sit on. And then obviously right here, this right here, it literally broke right here, and right here. Like this was just a floating piece before
Holy
they had
shit.
to put these screws and everything, and right here. And yeah, bro, the boy can hit, bro. That man can really hit hard.
bruh. What the hell?
So I'm
That's
saying
crazy.
there can't be no sloppiness, bro. Like literally none.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're gonna fight this dude,
It's crazy what
I'm
Floyd did, bruh. Because Floyd did get hit. Floyd did get hit. He got hit a couple, not much, but he did get hit.
so that's why it's crazy, man. When you look at how durable some of these dudes are, because how the hell did Triple G go through those two wars
Yeah.
with Canelo? And then, he comes away. Obviously,
We don't know
he's gonna
yet. We
have a
gotta
little bit of
watch this. We gotta see it. Give him 7 years. We don't know yet, but
yeah,
I see what you're
yeah.
saying. You know what I'm saying? We gotta
How
see
did
it.
how did he just not get knocked out?
Eh,
He's the only guy that Canelo has really been. I mean, other than John Ryder, hey,
Yeah, John Ryder. That was a war too. That was a
other
war
than
too.
Triple G and John Ryder were the only two that Canelo was able to really hit like that, and they just took
Repeatedly,
it.
repeatedly. Yep. No, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
bro. Some guys are just durable, bro.
They're durable, man. Like some guys can take a hit to the face. I mean, some guys can take hits to the head. Some guys can't take hits to the body, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Hmm.
don't know how you really condition your face other than getting hit. Do you know any ways? Like, what? How else? How do you? I mean, you can condition your chin.
I mean,
You know
the
what I'm saying?
only
You can
way to condition anything is to get hit.
get hit, right? You
Is to
got to
take
do it.
damage.
Take damage and build over it. Just build
Hmm.
over it. You know what I'm saying? And just it eventually develops into a stronger tissue. You know, that's
Hmm.
just what it is, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Know? Um, but
I mean, you should see the
that's
way
crazy.
some of these dudes condition their shins for have you seen it?
They're kicking trees for hours, right?
I mean, if some people do that, I mean, some people just kick the bag over and over again, kick the heavy bag. That can help condition your shins as well. Some
Yeah, I remember.
people
Go ahead.
some people create little micro fractures. Like they'll take like a rod or something like the wooden rod, and then they'll put it on their shin and just like go all the
Oh,
way down their shin and
really?
it creates all these micro fractures. I mean, like if you're a white person, it just creates like this long bruise all the way down your leg. It's
Have you
kind
ever
of crazy.
have you ever done that?
No, I've never done that shit. I just kick the bag. I've just been kicking things, for a long time. I just kick the bag, you know.
Damn, damn. I
That's
remember I tried
really
to
what
condition my knuckles. I used to hit this bag that was like it wasn't a heavy bag. It was a hard bag. Like shit was hard. It was literally rock.
Oh yeah. And that's in your dad's basement, right?
No, not that one, not that one. I mean,
I hit
that
that
one's
bag.
mine. Yeah,
I hit that.
that one was mine. But I was just this one was at the gym, the
Mhm.
martial arts gym, back in Connecticut, and um, I was punching it. I was trying to condition my knuckles. I broke my knuckle. I broke my knuckle. Yeah, yeah,
Would you punch it with your bare hands or
yeah. I was trying to punch it with my bare hands. I was punching with my bare hands, and I can't remember which hand it was, but I broke that. And then I remember one time I broke my wrist. But that one I think was just due to the way I wrap my wraps. I think I wrapped them completely wrong. This is years ago, and I was hitting it, and I was hitting the bag, and see, things never hurt while I'm doing it, but after is when I leave and I start messing with shit. I started, really rolling my wrist around and shit like that. That made it. I couldn't move it the next day. You know what I'm saying? Shit was swollen. You
that
know,
you broke your wrist or you sprained it?
it probably was a sprain because it was it was swollen and all that stuff, and it was swollen for like a good 2 to 3 weeks. So what? If you broke it, it would be months, right? If you broke it, it would be months, right?
If you broke it, I mean, yeah. If you
Yeah, it would
broke
be
it,
months. It was probably about a good
I mean,
maybe
depending on
3 to
how you
4 weeks.
break it, it would probably just be swollen for a really long time, and then it would heal wrong because you never got it set or whatever.
Right, right.
Depending
Yeah, I
on
think it
how
was just a
depends on how
sprain
you
then.
broke it.
I think it was a sprain because it was probably swollen for a good 3 to 4 weeks max. I couldn't
Yeah.
use the hand
I
max.
mean,
You know what I'm
if
saying?
you fractured it, they'd put you in just like a little
Little ting, little blood
yeah,
clot
like a
thing.
little what's it called?
Like
Like almost like
whatever
a little brace,
cast.
like a little
Yeah, a
brace.
brace. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And this I think this hurt me in the long run. But I don't go to the doctor, bro. When I get hurt, bro. Like the only reason why I went to the doctor for this one is because it was like really hurting bad. I still need to get my MRI. They're playing games, but I still need to get my. But this one was hurting real bad. I mean, that's the reason why I had to quit boxing because of the shoulder injury. I still can't really throw a punch right now on my right hand. I really still can't throw a punch.
Hmm.
Like I could like if I were to be in a life or death situation, of course. But the next day my shit would be destroyed. You know, like as soon as I left the ring, I could not move my arm, my whole arm, my shoulder, whatever. I couldn't
Tendonitis.
move
Yeah.
it. Well, no. I don't know if it. No, I don't think it's tendonitis. I had hurt
Well.
my I hurt my I hurt my shoulder. I was hitting the bag one day, 3 days before that, and I don't know what the hell happened, but either I did something to it, and it started hurt a little bit. But then I went to go actually fight. I fought maybe 6 rounds, and I
Hmm.
come out, and it was hurting while I was fighting. But I'm like, obviously, pushing through. I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
quit. So I kept on fighting. I'm still throwing. I left that ring, bro. That arm was not moving. That arm was not moving at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Because like, well, when I say tendonitis, just means that any
the
itis
tendon.
is talk any itis is talking about swelling.
Oh, okay, okay. I
So
didn't know
yeah,
that.
I that's what itis means. It means oh shit. It just means swelling. Um, so when you say like tendonitis, it just means that the tendon is swollen. So like you're
Okay.
talking about your rotator cuff, which is probably what it is. If it
Yeah.
swells
Okay.
up like that, if it swells up, like you have like a little thing over your rotator cuff, and it like kind of runs through the rotator cuff, like kind of connects up here and then runs under it. It's like a little piece of bone, and like so there's like spacing. And really, when guys have like impingement, it's because like there's not enough space right there. So like when you lift your arm or you do something, and the tendon like rubs against that little
Right. Oh,
bone
like bone
that's up
on
there.
bone, bone on
Well, it's
bone. You're talking about?
tendon on bone.
Okay.
It's the tendon on the bone. And so like when it gets swollen like that, obviously then the tendon gets bigger, so you have less space. So it
Oh,
becomes
okay.
very
It's harder
difficult.
to. Right. It gets
Yeah,
constrained, or there's less
difficult
space.
and painful to lift your arm up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
still like that. It's obviously much better, but it's still like that. I've been doing therapy for
yeah.
maybe
Gotta
month
ice
and a
it.
half,
Just ice it every night.
and I gotta see what the hell's going on. I want to like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta see what's get
Hmm.
this MRI. Supposed to have the MRI like 2 weeks ago, but they done
Yeah.
scheduled me for the wrong shoulder. Can you believe that? Scheduled me for the wrong shoulder. Now they gotta do all sorts of craziness. It's just stupid, bro. But
Why can't they
we
just
have.
look at the other shoulder?
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's literally a picture. It's a picture we're talking about. You guys can't literally point it somewhere else. It's some nonsense, bro. Never heard of this stuff in my life. Um, but we have an interesting fight coming out soon. Interesting fight. Michael Venom Page versus Kevin Holland. What do you think? January 8th, Toronto, Canada.
Dude, that is gonna be an electric fight, bro.
It better be 5 rounds, bro. It better be 5 rounds.
I mean, I don't know. Is it a main event?
No, I think it's on the per. No, it's on the
It's not on the
Alex.
prelim,
No, it's on the Alex Strickland. What's his name? Sean Strickland.
nigga.
And I said Sean Strickland and
Mm,
fucking Duplessis.
yeah.
It's
Uh,
on. I think it's the undercard of that.
oh, yeah. Can't be the main
Should be.
event. Um,
Right, no, it wouldn't be main event.
bro,
That fight
that
is
fight.
crazy,
Well,
right?
first of all, that fight it is crazy, but that fight is gonna be 3 rounds.
Oh, it's gonna be 3 rounds.
That it's gonna be a really fun fight, bro. Because those
Yeah,
are both two like very fun personalities. What's gonna the talking that's gonna
yeah,
happen inside of the. I'm excited for it.
yeah.
I'm
Did you
excited
know
for
about
it.
it? Did you know about it? I think I
Yeah,
announced
yeah,
today.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got announced today. That's gonna be a great fight. People are saying it's a couple years too late though for Michael
Oh
Page.
yeah, no, for sure. I mean, but he was in Bellator, so and he did really well in Bellator. So it's I do have Kevin winning just off age and off size. Kevin came down from from 185. So he's bigger, he's younger. Um, so I do give it to him. Michael, I mean, we say power is the last thing to go, but Michael Venom Page probably is not as quick as as he used to be. Um, excuse me. Yeah, he's not as quick as he used to be. So I do see Kevin Holland winning that, but they're both two very technical strikers. Also Kevin Holland's power is pretty insane for welterweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Um,
I like him as a fighter.
was it Ponzinibbio that he knocked out? I think it was. I think it was Ponzinibbio. That he knocked out. Um, but yeah, I see Kevin Holland winning that. If I'm being honest with you, um,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think there's gonna be any grappling. That's
Okay,
gonna be
just
a stand up fight.
straight stand up fight. Straight stand
Yeah.
up fight, man. I'm just now I'm thinking about how good Pereira versus what's his name? Yuri was. Like that was
Oh
a
yeah.
good fight. That was a well,
Hmm.
before it ended, that was a good fight. That was a solid good fight. You know. Um Blue Duplessis versus Sean. Who do you have?
It's difficult, man. I mean, before he fought Adesanya, I would have said Duplessis. Now it's much closer because we saw Sean's defense. You know, we saw how good Sean's defense is, and Sean does have good, wrestling. That's
Oh, he
something
can
that you
wrestle.
have to. Oh yeah, that's something that you have to take into account. His wrestling is actually pretty good. His takedown defense is really good. So the way that I see this going, man, if he fights like he fought Adesanya, if he fights like he fought Adesanya, obviously tweak some things there because of the power. You know, I think that what he has to do, man, is like move just to have more movement. Obviously have his defense on point, have his head movement on point. Because like with a guy like Duplessis, he's huge, man. Like you got to think about it. Some of these dudes
Guy.
cut down from 220, 230 pounds. I mean, so like, and that's like Duplessis. Like if you look at Duplessis, that guy's easily 230, easily.
Yeah.
But
Massive. He's massive.
he's huge, bro.
Massive.
So, I think that the head movement, the evasive maneuvers, that has to be on point because even if he blocks a shot, it's still gonna hurt. So I think that that's what he needs to do is not give any openings. Obviously, not give any openings, but also just like work on moving and not letting him land. You know, just one thing I will say about Sean. I mean, there's a lot of things I could say about Sean, but one thing I will say about him is one thing. Oh man, we'll get into something else later. One thing I will say about him is his jab is immaculate, bro. He beat Uriah Hall with like literally just a jab.
Yeah.
Not just a jab, but he did some things. You might have to watch that fight, but and it was Uriah Hall. I feel like he was dealing with some confidence issues. Or that's what I felt like the first time I watched the fight. But
Which one's Uriah Hall? Which one's is that the
Uriah
black
Hall is
one?
he's Jamaican. Um, he's Jamaican. He beat Anderson Silva. Um, I can't remember the guy's name, but he knocked this guy out with a like a wheel kick. And literally he damaged dude, man. Knocked him out with a head kick. It was bad. Um, so Sean Strickland's jab is really good, and he's going to have to use it. I don't think Duplessis. I don't think is obviously he's not as good as Adesanya in terms of his technical ability. I think that you got, like I said before, you got to judge a fighter by their peaks. You know, um, and we haven't seen anybody in that division
Right.
as technically sound as Adesanya.
Yeah.
So
Damn, I still can't believe this guy beat the one of the best
I
fighters to go
mean,
down in history.
when you have someone in your corner who's fought him 4 times, You know,
True. True. Yeah,
that's
all the data downloaded into his files. You know what I'm saying? Literally.
yes. He just told he's told them yeah, and that's the best way, man. Like that's the best way. That's how you prepare, bro. That's how you prepare for a
Yeah.
fight. Is you look
Yeah.
and you're just like, okay,
Your
what
homework.
does this guy do?
Good
Like
homework.
you know how to fight, bro. Like you have your all the basics and all the not basics. You're a professional fighter. You're in the UFC, professional fighter. You know you can fight. All right. So we have to figure out how are we going to use your strengths to exploit this guy and beat him. You know. And so when you have a guy in your corner who's or in your camp who has fought this guy 4 times, beaten him 3 times, Really, I think he beat him 2 times, but, we're not gonna talk about first kickboxing match, but really think Adesanya won that first kickboxing match,
Yeah, I
but,
heard the same thing.
officially, he beat him 3 times and only got beat once, and so if anybody knows how to deal with Adesanya, it's gonna be him. It's gonna be Alex. So, having that in your corner, or excuse me, having that in your camp, you know, is is huge, man. And Strickland already had good defense. His defense was already pretty good. If you watch the Hermanson fight, you should watch that fight. Sean Strickland versus Jack Hermanson. Um, his defense was just on point, bro. Like it was so crazy. It honestly, like, it reminded me of like like a master. It's like the difference between like very good and very good, but also very experienced. Because like he was just efficient in that fight. He was so efficient. Jack threw so many punches and missed, like got them blocked or they landed grazing or he just didn't land. And that was because Strickland's defense was incredible in that fight. So I would watch that. I would watch that fight, Sean Strickland versus Jack Hermanson. If you want to see his defense on display against
Yeah,
someone other than Adesanya.
yeah, because I've only seen maybe only five I've seen from Sean was the Alex fight. I think I saw parts of the Usman fight. So I've
Hmm.
only seen him lose. Obviously, other than Adesanya, but I've really only seen him lose before that. Um, you know?
He was on a streak before he lost to Alex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Uriah
I did.
Hall was one of them.
Okay.
Let me look at. Let me be completely sure about. Let me look it up real quick.
After that,
Um,
while you're looking at that, tell me what you think about Marlon Vera versus Sean O'Malley. How do you think this fight goes?
oh,
The
oh,
second
oh,
time
oh.
around.
Uh, honestly, Marlon Vera is another guy with really good defense.
Didn't he
Um,
just lose though? He just lost to Sandhagen. How does
he he
Sandhagen
he,
get? How does
he
Sandhagen
lost.
not get the?
He lost because he didn't get going. Like
It
he
was a
was.
three round five rounder.
It was 5. It was a main event. I mean, it was like a fight night, but it was a main event. Right,
Mhm.
Strickland and Sandhagen was a fight. Yeah, it was. It was.
What?
Um, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Strickland and Sandhagen. How?
Yeah. Well, let me be sure. Strickland versus. Did I say Strickland?
You said Sandhagen.
Bro,
You
my
said
bad. I meant
Sandhagen. Yeah.
Sandhagen versus Vera. My bad.
Era.
Because
Yeah.
I literally have Strickland on the screen right now. That's why.
But
Yeah, yeah.
how did Vera get the opportunity before Sandhagen? Is it just markability or
Well, they already fought before, and they
Sandhagen?
won.
Oh, the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
story. Okay.
They already fought before, and they have both. Um, what's his name? O'Malley. O'Malley has been, he's been saying
Oh, he wanted him again.
that he wants that one back.
Okay, he wants to run it back.
He's been saying he wants that one back. I don't think that he's going to be able to beat him with the uh with the same weapon. I think that Sean's leg kick defense is a bit better now. Um, but I think that Marlon is even though I don't think he's the favorite, he's definitely capable of winning. He's capable of
Yeah,
winning because he
my
has
thing
the
is just the
power.
size. It's just the size for me, man. His
Mhm.
range. He's got so much range, man.
Yeah.
And if you don't know how to get in safely, you know what I'm saying? With
Mhm.
it's like was as Aljamain made that mistake, man. He rushed in and he got clipped, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I gotta watch the first Marlon fight. I gotta watch that. I want to definitely gonna watch that soon. But it's like his size, man. You really, really gotta get careful with his size and his range, man. You have to be a master at the range in this fight, but you can't wait too long. You know what I'm saying? You can't wait too long.
Mhm.
Gotta engage.
Yeah. S- So Sean Strickland was on a 6 fight win streak before
Okay.
he lost to Pereira.
Okay.
Um, he beat Jack Hermanson, Uriah Hall, Christoph Jotko. Yo, I don't. I think that's how you pronounce his name. But yeah, Brendan Allen, Jack Marshman, Nordine Talib. Um, yeah, he beat a lot of good guys. Like he beat actually quite a few good guys. Uh, and then he lost to Alex and Jared Cannonier. But then
That's
he
right.
came back and he beat both Imavov and Magomedov. So he beat two Russians.
How, damn, these guys fight a
Yeah,
lot. Because I did not know he even
yeah.
had those. But he had 4 fights. He had four fights
Since
since Alex.
since Alex, let me
5 fights
yeah,
now.
yeah, no. Yeah, I'm no four. It was four, including Adesanya. It was four.
Oh, okay. Because that fight happened a little over a year ago,
He fought
right?
3 times in 2022. He's already fought 3 times in 2023. So Duplessis will be in January. So he fights like 3 times a year. Let's see. 2020 fought twice. 2021 fought twice. 2022, 1, 2, 3, fought 3 times. 2023 fought 3 times. One of them he got the belt. Um, but yeah, his whole record like is 28-5. So
Yeah, that's pretty good.
yeah, yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
good. Yeah,
He
that's pretty
lost
good.
to he who did he? Oh wow, he actually lost to Santiago Ponzinibbio, but that was back in 2015. That was almost 10 years ago. It was 8 years ago now. He lost to Santiago.
Panzanibia.
Yeah,
Panzanibia.
Ponzinibbio. I believe that's who Kevin Holland knocked out, but I may have to go back because there's a guy who I keep like because of their look, I keep like mixing them up. I don't know why. No, I think it's just my opinion, but they look similar to me. Michelle Pereira and Santiago Ponzinibbio, but I'm pretty sure it was I'm actually pretty positive now. It was Ponzinibbio that he knocked out. Um, but he lost to Ponzinibbio. He lost to Usman. Lost to Dos Santos. He lost to Alex Pereira and lost to Jared Cannonier. So yeah.
All solid win. All solid loses.
I mean, yeah,
Uh,
those are all solid fighters. He's never like had a night where it's like, oh, I just lost to this guy who I definitely should have beat. Um, but yeah,
yeah. Okay.
yeah, man.
Yeah. Then we have that fight, and then we have what's the next fight we have coming up though? December.
December. Ah, my goodness, don't. I literally just looked at it. December is it's Colby in Leon.
Ooh, that's gonna be good. That's
Yeah, bro.
good.
That card is honestly like absolutely stacked.
Who's
Like
fighting?
I'll read the card to you right now. But it's that card is stacked, bro. That card is stacked. Um uh 96. Yeah. 96. UFC 296. You know, we have Pantoja and Royval. So Pantoja obviously had that amazing fight with Brandon Moreno. That's not even the main event. You got
And wait, sorry, Pantoja and who?
and Royval, Brandon Royval.
I don't know who that guy is. Is he
Uh
good?
yeah. Bro, there's a lot of really good flyweights. That's the thing. They're
Yeah,
just
but
not
they
they
don't
don't
get put on really much.
I mean, it's just like because they're not big, bro. They're not big guys, you know.
Yeah,
They don't have the what is it? They don't pass like the eye test, I guess.
I test. Okay.
When people look at it and they look at two people fighting and they're
Yeah,
like, oh, okay, like
you can
something
already.
really bad can happen
Right.
here. So
Right.
yeah,
Oh man, that's so true. That's crazy. But
yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but obviously we got Leon and Colby. We got Shavkat Rachmanov and Stephen Thompson, which I am very freaking excited for.
What's the
Shavkat,
guy's name? What's the guy's name?
Shavkat Rachmanov.
Okay, I thought you said Shav Cock. Swear that's what you said. I swear, like that's what it sounded like. Uh, so wait. This is the guy with the one eye.
No, bro. No,
Uh,
nigga. No. That's
Shavkat.
Magomedov. That's Magomedov
Okay, so
with the
wait,
one eye.
Shavkat versus who?
Shavkat Rachmanov versus Wonder Boy.
Oh boy. Okay, Wonder Boy.
Yeah.
He was supposed to fight, right? But he said no because the guy didn't make weight.
Yeah. Yes. He
Okay,
didn't
so
make weight. So it was on short notice. He's 40, bro.
yeah. Honestly, bro, he definitely made the right decision because we saw what happened to Alex.
Yeah.
We saw what got, like the short that fight made me realize like short notice guys, that's a humongous risk.
Hmm.
And I know he beats himself up today. I know he wants to act all this and that, and I think that's great, right? I love to see it, but I know he beats himself up for it. I would, I would.
For
You had
not
the
taking the
chance
fight.
to for no for taking the fight,
Oh. Like you're
Alex.
talking about
Taking it
yeah.
a short notice.
Oh yeah, Alexander. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. No, he absolutely does. He was emotional
Yeah,
about it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
That was
He
the wrong move. That was the wrong
No,
move.
absolutely. Everybody says that. I was literally listening to Rogan today, and
They're
he
saying
was
that.
talking about. He said both um Volkanovski and Usman. He's like, yeah, if I was in their corner, I just would have been like, yay, there is no need for you to take this. Just don't take it. There's no need for you. Like it's gonna happen. These fights are still gonna happen. But now he's definitely not going to. I mean, it's a
I
very slim chance.
I'd say like a 10% chance, maybe even
Yeah, no,
smaller
I
than
agree
that.
with you. I agree with you. There's a very
It's
slim chance
the
that
only
he's gonna
the
fight him
people
again.
the people that are clamoring for and no one is I'm not. I want to see it again, but I'm not clamoring for it. I'm not saying it needs to happen again because right, it happened, But the
Yeah.
only people that even are going to even consider is people like me and you that know that he should not have taken that fight short notice. But yeah, that it's a much smaller probability now, and it's just man
He
and
didn't
and
even
I
look as prepared when he
no
was
no
when he was
not at
fighting.
all, not at all, bro. He had not a belly, but you could see he had fat over him.
Hmm.
He wasn't as chiseled. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's moving up in weight, but still, like, um, but I do see the urgency though. I do see it. I understand why he was so swayed, right? I get it, but I think someone needed to be in the corner and on the team with the level head and say, no, you
Hmm.
prepared for this guy for how long last time, and you came this close. What happens when you got 11 days now?
Hmm.
11 days, and
10 days.
it's 10 days, bro. And the knockout was ugly, bro. The
Oh
knockout
yeah,
was ugly.
yeah. It
Just bad
was.
all around. Bad all around, man. Just
Hmm.
but
So two other fights. We got Tony Ferguson and Patty the Batty. And then we have Vicente Luque versus Ian Gary.
I know who.
That's
Okay, and I don't know who the Luke guy is, but I know Gary.
yeah. No, I mean they're both very. Luke is a killer.
Now, why
He's
did
a
they
killer
kick
dude.
out Ian Gary out of the gym? Can you explain that?
Basically, what I heard was that because of coaches, because of mutual coaches with Leon Edwards, because they had mutual coaches, it would be it was difficult for them to train them both. It didn't make sense, and so and it's even and the thing is, it's kind of a shitty situation because and and obviously this is I don't know if this is all true, um but from what I heard, there was a coach who actually wasn't even at the gym. It was just a guy who um where they would call to come train or they would go to them, but he was just a guy that fighters use essentially to help them train. And the guy, Leon's head coach, basically told that guy that he can't train with Gary anymore. He can't train with Ian Gary anymore. Um, that's what Ian Gary said. Um, and so I believe that leaving the I think that's I mean if you got two UFC welterweights in the gym, if you got two people in the same organization in the same gym, they're either going to be they're going to have to be either very far in age or very far skill level, because if
Interesting.
they're close in I mean more likely in the skill level,
They're gonna be
but
fighting each other.
I'm thinking like the skill comes with the age as well. Um, it's just they're probably gonna end up fighting each other. Yeah, I mean we're looking at the same thing right now with Aljamain and this man whose name literally I just had in my head and it went away.
Marab?
Uh,
No, Marab.
yeah, Marab Davish, Dav- oh my god, dude, Marab Davishvili. Um, yeah, him and Marab. I mean, we're looking at that right now, you know, and he said that they're never gonna fight. So like it makes sense. I don't agree with the thing with telling that other coach that he can't train
Yeah, because I
him, but
mean,
I mean, I
boxers,
also
boxers, boxers coaches has the same guys, right? And the thing
mhm,
is, if you guys are both fighting, basically one goes up in weight and one goes down. But obviously, in this situation, I get what you're saying, though. I do.
yeah, I mean, I do see why he did that as well because it's just like, you know, if they end up fighting each other, you don't want the guy to be
Yeah, who's gonna be in who's gonna be in the corner?
I don't necessarily think the guy was in anybody's corner. It's just a guy who trained both of them. Who people just would just go to him for training because he was a good trainer. Ian said that that was his favorite striking coach, and he basically can't train with him anymore. Which I'm like, dang, that he's the champ, so he's gonna
Bring
be
the
able to
bigger bag too.
he's good.
Bring
I
the
mean,
bigger bag too.
he's the bigger name. He's the much bigger name. Leon is, you know. Um, but dang, it's very unfortunate if that if that happens. Um, I personally, because the thing is, man, if they're both fighting each other, then it's just like or excuse me, if they're both in the same gym or if they both end up fighting each other, that guy can potentially pass information, about maybe he'll favor Gary, and then because he trains at Leon too, he'll just tell him
Uh,
what he's teaching
right.
Ian or
Yeah.
Leon to do.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Um,
You can't. You couldn't do it. You couldn't
yeah.
train two guys that are gonna fight each other. You
Oh
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Yeah, it'd be too much of a conflict of interest. One
See,
guy's telling them. But
It's crazy to me though. Like actually, I don't know. I don't know exactly how this happened. If he said, "Hey, you know what? You choose. We want you to train Leon, but it's up to you. If you go and train Gary, then we know where you stand. But if you're gonna train Gary, you can't train Leon." I don't know if that was if that was what it was, and it was like
well, who
his
would be saying that? Who would be
the
saying
coach,
that?
I'm saying like the head coach would tell this striking coach.
Oh, I
Like,
see.
what if he said that? I don't know if he said that, or did he say like you can't train Ian Gary anymore? I mean, I would say that it's the former, because how are you going to tell a grown man who what to do?
Right.
Who he can and can't train. So I bet it wasn't all the coach's decision. It had something to do with him too, because if he wants to train
Yeah.
Ian, he can.
Exactly. Right.
Um.
Right. He
So,
probably is.
but what was I about to say about? Oh yeah, yeah, and it's also just, bro, like this is just how it was gonna happen. Because what do you want, another situation where you look at Marab in Aljamain, and like it just becomes a situation that's unfair for but at least one, if not both of them,
Right. And the
because
fans. And the fans.
yeah, 100%, and everybody else in the division, because you're holding up the division essentially.
Yeah.
You're holding up the division because there's this guy here who's, you know,
Your friend and
it's
I and I
selfish.
and I
It's
get that.
selfish.
Yeah, I get the friend thing. I do, but I agree with you though. I definitely agree with you, 100%.
I mean, what you're saying is totally correct. I mean, one guy should move up, and that's what Aljamain said he wants to do.
Yeah,
One guy should move up, and after he got knocked out, I think that's time. It's time to go.
yeah. I think
Let's
he
go
wants
up.
to fight. He wants to fight. We'll get into this a little bit more in the next episode, but I think he wants to fight Max Holloway, which
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
he said he wants to stay blessed or something like that on his Twitter. So yeah, we'll talk about that more. But you already know what it is, guys. Moonlight Sports, the Red Corner Podcast, and we are out. Peace. Yes, sir.